Do you still read books? Guilty. Welcome to Interior Motives, where we solve wildly specific interior design dilemmas and use Wayfair's vast selection to do so. This episode is dedicated to all of the kids who wanted just one more book at the Scholastic Book Fair every year. It's also dedicated to the adults who read Michelle Obama's autobiography, but also like to take a peek or two into the latest trendy vampire werewolf rom-com book series. They have what their friends might call a problem. So, what is the design task? Today, we're going to design a place for 3 increasing levels of at-home library storage. First, a reading nook for the person who picks up a book after every trip to the airport and has somehow amassed a decently sized collection. Second, book storage for the person who definitely labeled themselves as a bookworm but doesn't have the space for a dedicated library. Third, a library for the person whose book obsession is so severe that half of their bed is full of books. They like the easy access, and I appreciate the sentiment, but we can find a way that allows you to read books and also roll over in bed. Is this one niche? Yes, but I grew up in this household, and I feel like I need to help you guys out. Even if your situation doesn't look exactly like this, books may have made their way under the sofa, into the freezer, and have already overwhelmed the living room. Before we jump into the episode, let me say this. No matter what genre of book you like to read, this episode is for you. There's a common misconception that if you don't read the right type of book, that your books don't deserve to be on display. My name is Kiva Brent, and I proudly have my 2005 copy of Twilight on display next to Kant. That won't be changing anytime soon. Displaying books is not about having a particular collection or casting judgment about what you or anyone else is reading. It's about ensuring that you have constant access to the things you enjoy and things you like being educated on. As a society, we've pivoted to reading books on phones and tablets. But there's nothing quite like flipping a page or the satisfaction of finishing and closing a 1,000-page book. Also, I just hate when someone calls an ebook a page turner. You literally aren't turning a page. You're scrolling. It's not the same thing. Anyways, books aren't just for reading. They are family heirlooms, books are decor. Books have so many reasons to be in the home, and therefore, just about everyone needs a little library. Let's start with the reading nook for the light reader. The reader who likes to read when they travel, but only occasionally when they're at home, which is totally okay. Just because you don't regularly read doesn't mean you should get rid of the books. Books are decor too, remember? Instead, we're going to incorporate a reading nook into their living room. Right now, their living room is extremely pop classic, which is a neutral space with pops of bright colors, including orange, yellow, blue, and green. To set the scene, the sofa is a deep navy color. It is sitting on top of an abstract cream rug. Beside the sofa is a palm tree in a bright yellow planter, and on top of the rug is a rustic wooden coffee table. Now that we know what the living room looks like, let's get into the library aspects of the room. Even though this person only reads occasionally, there are some reading essentials. First, we need a reading lamp like this. It's perfect because it points directly down at the book, so it illuminates the pages wonderfully. Honestly, one of the main reasons why people read ebooks instead of paper books is because of how difficult it can be to see. So figuring out your lighting situation is crucial. A comfy chair is also a must. When it's a reading chair, I'm partial to swivel chairs like this, because if a book is a thriller or an adventure novel, you may get stressed and start to fidget. The swivel chair lets you move around. It's something simple that makes a huge difference in your reading experience. These geometric bookcases are perfect because they have enough storage, but the design makes them extremely visually interesting. If you had any more books or decor, it would be overwhelming, so this is great. You can get by with just one, but if you're a fan of symmetry, which I am, you can have one on either side of your media console. If you have even more books than will fit in the bookcases, consider placing them in this media console. If you don't have that many books, that's fine too. This media console still works with this design style and helps balance out the symmetrical bookcases. Simply fill the bottom portions with other forms of decor. That's it for the light reader. Incorporating a reading area was super simple. All you needed was lighting, a swivel chair, and a fun storage option. Now let's move on to the intermediate reader. So, you read frequently and you need easy access, but a dedicated library room still isn't in the cards. You're still going to set up shop in your living room as we did for the light reader, keeping the swivel chair and reading lamp. So, we're going to put up a ton of these floating shelves. You can arrange the floating shelves around a TV or a piece of art. Someone's probably freaking out right now thinking, hey, I have books, but not that many books. I'm the intermediate. People often think that bookshelves are just for books. Maybe it's just because of the name bookshelf. Pro tip, you can add photos, art, vases, and other knickknacks to your shelves. Do anything that works with your design style. Remember to vary how you arrange your books. You don't have to lean all of your books vertically. You can stack them, you can arrange them in different shapes. Have fun with it. Also, don't buy books for the sake of styling your shelves. It often leads to overcluttering, which is the opposite of what you want. For even more storage, add a tiered shelf above the sofa. This can be for books and decor. If you need some place for artwork, since it would normally go above the sofa, we're incorporating this easel. Now we have a designated place for a painting. This is a non-traditional, but also traditional way to display art that is guaranteed to wow your guests. Now we're moving on to the person who is probably single-handedly leading the protest against Kindle, the true book enthusiast. You, my friend, need a library. We're keeping the style in this room pop classic because most libraries subscribe to the dark academia design style, and that results in way too much brooding, in my opinion. In the library, we will of course have those same floating shelves, but we'll also add these grand black bookcases that will tower over you as you read. I love that they bring all of the drama. Libraries can very easily look chaotic, so I want to establish symmetry in this room. So I'm placing these bookcases on either side of this desk. The desk will be the place where you write your first novel or pay your gas and electric bill. Either one, maybe both, doesn't matter. Most of us are working with limited space, so I want to ensure that this room can double as an office if need be. Of course, we're going to add a lamp to the desk so you can see while you're actually turning pages late at night. And above the desk, we'll add this painting for a pop of color. We're going to add this ottoman instead of a traditional desk chair so that no floor space is wasted. The ottoman can easily sit underneath the desk when it isn't being used. Across the room, I want to create a lounge area. Think of a sexy cigar lounge, but for books and without cigars. So I guess there are very few similarities. These 4 orange chairs will actually face one another so that you can sit in a circle and foster conversation about a book. This is perfect for the book club I know you have. We will pair these chairs with a coffee table and 4 brass reading lamps, 1 for each chair. On the floor, we'll add an Oriental-inspired navy rug, and on the ceiling, we'll add this white fluffy pendant that will soften the entire design. The room is bursting with storage, and there are ample spaces to read until your heart's content. Whether you're a casual reader or book obsessed, you now know how to store and display them. That's it for interior motives. This season has been incredible. You've pushed me in every sense of the word, and I have loved coming up with solutions for these weird interior design problems. If you've missed any of the episodes, be sure to go and check it out because I know there's something in there for you. Thank you so much for watching. See you all next time.